Hello. Have you ever made a choice that was probably not a good choice? I know I've made a lot of those, but they can also make for great stories, right? Because we hopefully learn from the choices that we've made that aren't great choices. And that reminds me of a story that we're going to read today. So let me show you the story. It's called Shortcut, and it's by Donald Cruz. Do you know what a shortcut is? When you're going somewhere and you can get there faster by doing something, you're taking a shortcut. So whatever, you could be doing something, and if you take a shortcut, it's going to get you there faster. Looks like they're going somewhere, doesn't it? On a train track. Let's see what happens, shall we? I love a good story. Clack, 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 clack. Clack, clack, clackety, 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 clackety. That's kind of a really cool way to show letters, isn't it? Kind of the sound that maybe a train makes. Clackety, 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 clackety. Look on the cover. Shortcut by Donald Cruz. And there's a dedication on this book. So the author wrote it to Mama, Daddy, Brother, Shirley, Mary, Sylvester, Edward, Sylvia. All's well that ends well. Which means hopefully there's a happy ending to this story. Let's see. Can't really see from this side, can you? We looked, we listened, we decided to take a shortcut home. Did you know that trains can be very dangerous? You gotta be really careful because they can't stop fast. We should have taken the road, but it was late and it was getting dark. So we started down the track. We knew when the passenger trains passed, but the freight trains didn't run on schedule. They may come at any time. We should have taken the road. A passenger train is one that takes passengers or people. Freight trains can take different things like supplies. Uh-oh. When they say should have, it tells me something might happen. The track ran along a mound. Its steep slopes were covered with briars, those like pickery things. There was water at the bottom, surely full of snakes. We laughed, we shouted, we sang, we tussled, we threw stones. We passed a cutoff that led back to the road. Looks like they're having fun, doesn't it? We get a little detail on what they're doing. Ooh, ooh. I hear a train. Everyone stopped. Everyone listened. We all heard the train whistle. Should we run ahead to the path home or back to the cutoff? Got to make a decision. A lot of times when you're making choices, you got to make a decision on which one to do. Sometimes you don't know what the best decision is, so you got to take one. See what they do. Ooh. The train whistle was much louder. Back to the cutoff! Run! Ooh. The train, get off the tracks! I love how the author made these in all capital letters, you can tell. And it's bold. That's what shows me how to read that page. We jumped off the tracks onto the steep slope. We didn't think about the briars or the snakes. Boy, that would be frightening. Look at that train. Clackety, 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 clackety. Long train, isn't it? Clackety, 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 clackety. Clackety, 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 clackety. part of the train this is usually? Caboose? Maybe that's the end. Do you think they made it? The train passed. Whew. We were all fine. We climbed back onto the tracks. We hurried to the cutoff and onto the road. We walked home without a word. We didn't tell Big Mama. We didn't tell Mama. We didn't tell anyone. We didn't talk about what had happened for a very long time. And we didn't take the shortcut again. And that's the end of our story. The shortcut. You know, sometimes we don't make the best choices, and sometimes we make mistakes. But hopefully we learn from them, just like they did. They didn't take that shortcut again. Can you think of a time where you made a mistake, where you learned something? That might be a great thing to write about today. Let's get started.